י"ט עמוד א', י"ט עמוד א', וסטארטינג from י"ח עמוד ב', כמה lines from the bottom?
זה 11.
About 11 lines according to Natan from the bottom. בית שמאי אומרים אין מוכרים. בית שמאי said you're not allowed to sell a goy any object before Shabbat until the goy takes the object and reaches home, final destination. תזכור שם את השאלה, למקום שזה מבלבל. אז אותנו רבנן, בית שמאי אומרים לא ימכור אדם חפצו לנוכרי. A man shouldn't sell an object to a goy, ולא ישילנו, he shouldn't lend them an object, ולא ילבנו, he shouldn't give him an object with an intention to receive a different object, ולא ייתן לו במתנה, he shouldn't give a gift to a goy, אלא כדי שיגיע לביתו, unless he can reach home, the goy needs to reach his house before Shabbat. ובית הלל אומרים, לא, כדי שיגיע לבית הסמוך לחומה. בית הלל says, it's fine, as long as he reaches the house close to the city of the walled city of the house of the Jew. So if he leaves the house of the Jew and he reaches to the wall, to the end of the city, as long as he reach that, even though it takes them longer to get to his house on Shabbat, we don't care. So Bet Shammai require the goy to arrive to the goy's house on Shabbat after he receive it from the Jew. Bet Hillel says, no, as long as he reach the city limits. ורב עקיבא אומר, כדי שיצא מפתח ביתו, it's enough just for the goy to leave the house of a Jew. אמר רבי יוסי בר רבי יהודה, הן דברי רבי עקיבא, הן דברי בית הלל. לא בא רבי עקיבא אלא לפרש דברי בית הלל. Which means he said, when Rabbi Akiva said his opinion, he's not arguing on Beit Hillel, rather he's arguing what Beit Hillel said. According to the first Tana, Beit Hillel said that as long as he reached the city limits, it's fine. Rabbi Akiva says no, Beit Hillel said as long as he leaves his house before Shabbat, it's okay, and that's halacha lemaaseh. According to Beit Shammai, the whole, if you give anything, you sell anything to a goy, you leave your house, you sell an offer up, something, you come, you leave your house before Shabbat. Beit Shammai says, no, you need to reach homestead, Hayaliyah, before Shabbat. According to Rabbi Akiva, which has Beit Hillel, we hold halacha lemaaseh, as long as he left your house before Shabbat, tell him, get the heck out of there, and it's fine.
As long as you got off your parking lot. מי לא קרא.
בדיוק. tell him, you know, we need to clean the park and leave, you know, and so if he's out, you're fine. תנו רבנן, בית שמאי אומרים, says בית שמאי, לא ימכור אדם חמצו לנוכרי. The same concept now before Pesach. Do not sell a chametz to a goy. You have a lot of bagels left from the bar mitzvah, and you don't want to throw it to the garbage, so you tell the goy, אחי, לא אחי, הוא לא שלך. But it's important not to tell a goy, you know, my brother, hermano.
שיגיע פרימו?
פרימו, בסדר, אולי.
כי טכניקלי יש סבן יעקב.
הם לא, אחי, הם לא אנחנו.
No, primo.
Goy is not your brother.
Primo.
So that's why, primo, it's okay. Yeah. Primo, it's okay, you're right. Primo, it's fine. But brother, I think it's not good to tell cousin in Spanish. So you don't tell a goy. No, in Israel also we have bnei dodim. Bnei dodim, cousins, in Hebrew it means like Arabim. Arabs, yeah. Cousins means Arabs in Israel. בני דודים. So, בית שמאי אומרים, לא ימכור אדם חמצו לנוכרי, do not sell the חמץ to a goy, אלא אם כן יודע בו שיחלה קודם הפסח. Only you know that the goy gonna eat the חמץ before פסח. וואי. דברי בית שמאי, ובית הלל לא...
למה לא כתוב ככה? בית שמאי אומרים, ונענה, דברי בית שמאי.
you're right, and so יש פה הגעה, there is a עוד ג' to remove it, it's mistake. יש כבוד. You give me the שיעור Monday. ובית הלל אומרים,
תדיר קודם.
ובית הלל אומרים, בית הלל says, כל זמן שמותר לאוכלו, מותר למוכרו. As long as you're allowed to eat it, you're allowed to sell it. So בית הלל has no requirement for the goy to finish it before Pesach. You know, you're selling him 20 bagels to finish it right before Pesach. Sometimes it's hard. So בית הלל says, I don't care. Sell it to him and let him do whatever you want. רבי יהודה אומר, he holds like בית שמאי, that it must be dissolved from before Pesach. Anything, any chametz you sell to a goy, he needs to eat it before. So therefore, kutach habavli, the Babylon soup, disgusting. וכל מיני kutach, all other type of kutach that are containing old milk, and they leave it like that for over a month, and they eat a little bit from it every time. אסור למכור 30 יום קודם לפסח. You're not allowed to sell it 30 days before Pesach. ¿Por qué no? למה?
מגעיל.
Because, because when you hold it, you gotta finish it before Pesach, but we hold halacha lemaise, you don't need to finish it before Pesach. Therefore, when you sell you chametz now on Pesach, the guy doesn't need to finish. When you sell you chametz on Pesach, the guy doesn't need to finish your chametz. Somebody sent me a video of a guy sitting in his house on Pesach, maybe I'll send it to you guys, and then he heard like noise, Arabs talking. So you see next door, it's like, look, you see a sign of chametz sold for Pesach. You often you see Arabs over here, like, what's going on? He said, you sold it for Pesach. What do you want? Like, no, I meant lechumra, you know. Like, no, זה למוחמד, זה לא לחומרה. So, selling לפסח, he doesn't need to resolve.
אתה לא יכול להגיד לו כלום.
So he asked the guy, how did you come over here? He said, well, tunnels, you know. מלחרה. תנו רבנון.
איך הגעת לפה?
תנו רבנון. נותנים מזונות לפני הכלב בחצר. You allow to beat food in front of the dog. So to go, dogs needs to die, but the dogs are alive.
עלינו, יאו.
מה עוד דוד תדעי רבה?
שלא.
חייב שלום.
You know how much ביטול תורה his dog makes? 1.5 I can be תלמיד חכם without his dog.
1.5 hours a day.
אתה יודע מה זה 1.5 hour a day? You can finish the ש"ס, מה אתה רוצה? No, we already gave him the ברכה.
זהו, מת השם.
Yeah, so
גזרנו.
if it's anything like the neighbor, or not, like,
His fiancé, she's not thrilled by the dog, you know? So מה קודם, האישה או הכלב? He's getting married.
לא, אני אגיד לך למה,
מי
פשט.
שחושב שהאישה הכלב זו כלב.
לא שהאישה, אני אגיד לך פשט. שאני אומר, לא, תעשי משהו, לפעמים זה ריב כזה וזה. אני אומר לא, הוא מקשיב, הוא לא אומר כלום.
הוא לא חושב פעמיים.
תתחתן עם כלב. That's why I want him to die. I don't want to think you have a relationship with him.
מסכן, לא מסכן, שילך עולמו, ברוך השם, אבל...
כלב יותר קל, כלב יותר קל.
יותר קל.
We'll do קדיש after. We'll do קדיש for
תגידו
you.
קדיש, עושים קדיש לכלב?
לא, שתתחיל עם התורה. Anything before you start praying, you saying קדיש. So if he's going to die, you're going to start learning better, you can say קדיש. אוקיי, תנו רבנן. נותנים מזונות לפני הכלב.
חס ושלום.
By the way, I was nice to him and he refused. I had a shidduch for his dog. I have a lady, 70 years old. She's bored. She needs a dog for during the week. So אמרתי לו, give it to her for during the week. נכון? And she's going to walk it and everything. She will give him a pill or something.
Give him a pill?
This small summer marijuana or something. אוקיי, אז נדבר, נתפלל יותר טוב. תנו רבנן. אוקיי, נותנים מזונות לפני הכלב בחצר. You allowed to put food in front of the dog in the חצר, in the yard. Now, we have a special thing, the mitzvah, your animal not allowed to work on Shabbat. למען ינוח שורך וחמורך. Your ox, and you're not allowed to ask your dog to open the fridge for you and we get you something out
I
of
don't
the
hear him
fridge.
say dog. It says your ox and your donkey. I didn't hear dog.
No, his dog looks like a donkey. נטלו ויצא, if he took it and he left, אין נזקקין לו. So if the dog took it out of the house on Shabbat, even though he does melacha on Shabbat, it's not your problem because you didn't make your dog do melacha. Here is a dog, I'm talking about כן, הכלב. We didn't ask the dog to do melacha. He's the one who initiated on himself, so then it's fine. You're not allowed to push your dog to do it for you. But if he decides to do something,
כמו עכשיו
it's
יש
fine.
כדור, הוא מביא את זה. בחוץ.
Doing the ball on his own, it's fine. If you're playing with him, it's a problem. Because
לא,
you...
בשבת I don't play with the ball.
מצוין.
יש one around me. He runs.
The same thing, כיוצא בעושים על ירדין, נותנים מזונות, you give food לפני הנוכרי. If you ever go, who works for you, cleaning lady, you're allowed to give her food on Shabbat. And if she takes it out, בחצר נטלו ויתה, she takes it out, אין נזקקים לו. You don't to be bothered, let them do whatever you want. אחרי תגמור, הגמרא עשה two, למה לי, what I need these two דינים of a dog and a goy. היינו, it's the same principle, he does it on his own. My answer, מה דתם, but you would have thought, האי רם יעלה, והאי לא רם יעלה. Since the dog, if you have an animal, you are responsible for it. Like the tzaddik Raphael has an animal, he takes responsibility. He feeds it, he walks it out. אם לא, זה צער בעלי חיים. You're not allowed to own a dog and leave it in the house, שיקפוץ. Because you have a responsibility, okay? The animal cannot suffer. So since you have a responsibility on the dog, maybe if it does afterwards on Shabbat something, it's asur, because it's a responsibility on you. Kamash malan, even on a dog, it's not a problem. תנו רבנון. לא יזכיר אדם כליו לנוכרי בערב שבת. You're not allowed to rent out your utensils to a goy from before Shabbat. And what's the problem? Because it looks like that you enable them or encouraging them to cook and to do something on Shabbat. But ברביעי ובחמישי מותר, if it was on Friday, on Wednesday or Thursday, that it's earlier before Shabbat, it's okay to rent it out to 1 or 2 days, right? כיוצא, אבל שימו לב קונספט, אין משלחים איגרות ביד נוכרי בערב שבת. You don't send letters by a goy. You have a letter to send to somebody, you don't give it to him before Shabbat, because when you travel with the letters on Shabbat, it looks like that you gave them instruction to go and to delivery on Shabbat. But ברביעי ובחמישי מותר. It was on Wednesday and Thursday, it's מותר, because it doesn't look like giving him instruction to do it on Shabbat. אמרו עליו על רבי יוסי הכהן, ואמרי לה... questions at the end. I'll answer all of the Amud and everything, good question. אמרו עליו על רבי יוסי הכהן, זה אצלנו דאליג רבי יוסי, ואמרי לה was רבי יוסי החסיד, הוא was a חסיד, שלא נמצא כתב ידו ביד נוכרי מעולם. They never found any of his handwriting letters by the end of the goy. He never wanted to take a chance that the goy will hold his letter on Shabbat. So he did, even on Sunday he didn't give it to him because it might take them late to reach his destination and he might let... No, so he never gave it to him. He transferred letters only through Jews, not through... Before Amazon, תנו רבנן, אין משלחים איגרת ביד נוכרי בשבת. You're not allowed to send the letter by the end of a goy on ערב שבת. I'm sorry, before Shabbat.
לא כתוב זה פעמיים, אבל.
מה אתה אומר? איפה כתוב? That's another braita. That's a separate braita. So, אין משלחים איגרת ביד נוכרי ערב שבת. When you read those words, you're not allowed to send a letter by a goy from before Shabbat. Seems you're not allowed to. אלא אם כן, קוצץ הדמים. Unless he pays them for the job. Why? When he pays for the job, the motivation of the guy to do it is because of the payment on himself, because he got paid, not because of you. If you ask a guy to do you a favor, can you do me a favor? No, give it to him. So on Shabbat he works for you. But if you pay him, he works for himself. בית שמאי אומרים, בית שמאי said, כדי שיגיע לביתו. They are מחמיר like we know always, and they require him, if you give him a letter, he must reach his house before Shabbat. ובית הלל אומרים, כדי שיגיע לבית הסמוך לחומה. בית הלל says, it's enough as long as he reach the house by, the last house by the city limits. So here we see that Bet Hillel require him, you can give it to him only if he reach the house in the city limit. The Gemara asked, "Va'alo katzat," but we said here that he pay him, and we said if he paid him,
It doesn't matter.
it doesn't matter. Why suddenly Bet Hillel require him to reach the house at the end of the city? אמר רב ששת, אחי כאמר, that's how we have to read this ברייתא. ואם לא קצת, באמת, אם קצת, if he paid, it's fine. Doesn't need to do anything, he takes it and he leaves. ואם לא קצת, if he didn't pay him, that's a מחלוקת kicks in. בית שמאי אומרים, עד שיגיע לביתו, until he reach to the house, final destination, he must reach it before שבת, ובית הלל אומרים, עד שיגיע לבית, הסמוך לחומה, till he reach the house, הוא close to the city. So which means, if he paid him, everybody agreed, תפדל, do whatever you need, it's fine. If he didn't pay him, this is the מחלוקת. Bet Shammai require him to reach the final destination, and Bet Hillel enough to reach the house who close to the wall of the city. But the
final
Gemara,
destination. The house.
receiver,
the
receiver.
Yeah.
The receiver, yeah. The Gemara asked, ואמרת רישא אין משלחין, you said at the beginning, אין משלחין, you don't send. The way the Braita was written at the beginning, we said you don't send a letter by a goy. And then we said, so if you said at the beginning, En Meshalchim, you don't send, that seems, if he didn't set, he's not allowed to send no matter what. And here we're saying, Machloket, where he needs to read, right? The Gemara says, לא קשי, עד הקביע בדואר במטה, ועד הלא קביע בדואר במטה. Okay, now let me explain it in questions. And the Gemara says, if there is post office in the city, their post office used to be Not like today. Today our post office, they do the work, they bring it to your house. So back then there was a post office. If there is a post office in the city, you have a letter to bring over to Shan, and you go to Shan's house. What do? You leave it at the post office.
PO box.
So then, if the guy is not going to find the Jew on Shabbat, what is going to do?
Look everywhere.
No, if you have post
the
office,
Knesset.
if you have post office, you're not going to go to shul.
No, if you have a
The guy knock on the shul, like, I'm supposed to leather,
There's
באמצע
no post
תפילה, לא
office.
יפה, you know. Huh? Oh, if there is no post office, then you have a problem. So if you have post office that's going to reach its destination, then even if you didn't pay him, it's fine because he's not going to look for him on Shabbat. If there is no post office, this is where the halachot kicks in. If he paid him, it's okay. If he didn't pay him, machloket. According to Bet Shammai, you need to reach the last house on the city. According to Bet Hillel, it's fine.
So if you paid him, and he goes to a city, and there's no post office in the city, it's okay. You paid him.
Yes, excellent.
So he's gonna go anyways, knock on the door. He's gonna go and disturb everyone. So
Right.
the only difference is that you paid him.
Yeah.
Okay.
He does it because Amazon. Let's talk about Amazon and practical today. Today
Yes,
we
to the
have
question also.
next day delivery. You buy an Amazon, you say gonna arrive until 11 o'clock tonight. You know it's gonna come on Shabbat. So here it's different type of this is basically everybody asks, can I out there next day? Shabbat is gonna come, Shem Elachim. But it all depends if the guy does a service for you
Or for the whole neighborhood.
or for goyim.
company, yeah.
So we're gonna see later on B'ezrat Hashem in the Gemara. The majority are goyim. He's doing it for goyim, not for you. The majority are Yehudim. It's
So it's probably
for
in
Jews.
Israel.
So in Eretz Israel you have a big problem, even if it's an Arab, because he's doing it majority are
Jews.
Jews. Anyway, in Eretz Israel they don't have any.
They don't have it. It doesn't exist the next day.
Amazon.
אמזון
חינם?
נפסק רגל, כולם אמרו לו הגיע חבילות. קיבלו את החבילות, אומרים לו הגיע חבילות.
That's okay. In Israel everyone say we didn't read, we didn't get it. וזה אי אפשר לזה.
קומבינטורים.
ניסו, לא הצליחו.
You're not going to win in Israel, that's fine.
But what if let's just say like in an area where it's predominantly Jewish, like in a, like
Even in New York, okay,
Lakewood.
excellent. Lakewood, that majority of Jewish, their system must be available in every city, in every area.
you mean Amazon? You're saying?
Amazon, yeah, they cannot say, okay, this area we don't. So, and their system works throughout the United States.
Of course, but you're still,
going.
we're talking about that driver
All
right
the
now.
United States are going.
That driver's going and delivering to the
So
majority of Jews in Lakewood.
they have even the driver will go even for one goy, meaning their system works. That
You said
any
majority,
person
not
needs-
one.
No, so you're right. In general, we go. So majority is the tchum. That's the next topic I want to talk. Classic. Knock on the door. FedEx. Shabbat.
Sign
I
for
had
me.
a case.
Sign for me. Won't do.
I had a case. Sign for me. Can you use it?
You cannot tell him sign for me.
Huh?
No, they tell you sign.
I just sneeze in my hand
It
right
happened to
there.
me in the
For
hospital.
him,
It
באמת.
happened to me in the
Cannot
hospital.
Huh?
When I went with my wife, she ילדה בשבת, they asked
That's
us
what you
time.
sign. Yeah, you don't sign.
I sneeze in my hand.
No, so be enough, Kimli. We get a FedEx delivery. We had a case over here. My daughter was waiting for her shoes on Shabbat. She wanted to wear it on Shabbat, and it arrived on Shabbat. You're allowed to wear it.
Yeah, you're allowed to wear it.
Lama. The whole problem, if a guy brings out object to you on Shabbat, we have another issue of tchum. Tchum is the territory of Shabbat. The tchum ends where the last area where people live. So here, for example, the tchum goes until Palm Beach. נכון? The only areas you have a tchum here, it's on not surf side. Yeah, surf side. You have a bridge.
Oh, נכון.
So over there, you have no houses suddenly. From there, you have an issue with
All
tchum.
over.
But in general, that's not all over.
No,
No,
it's to
Sun
get to Bell
Isles-
Harbor. To get to
Sun
Bell
Sushi,
Harbor.
Sun Sushi.
Right before Bell Harbor is the
Sun Isles-
bridge.
Sun
Yeah.
Isles stops, and then there's Hollover Bridge.
Okay, okay,
that's
that
true.
might.
That's
No, but there you have
מי
houses.
שמשלמים את
No,
הטוב,
no.
Not
No.
Hollover.
No.
עוצר.
Hollover
on the
has
last
no-
All over
building,
to Bell Harbor.
and then it goes
okay.
through the beach,
Yeah.
another
Bridge.
bridge,
And then it's
Beaton is on the surf side.
No, but you can have no houses.
No
Yeah, no
houses,
houses.
just
For
beach.
For how long?
For a long road, it's
A
pretty...
mile maybe.
Okay. So then.
הסוף של קולינס.
כן. משהו לא מסתדר לי שמה, because
יש שם
לא,
there are guard houses, there are...
No, when you pass
בומס קרים שם.
So, but I'm talking about if you go towards Sun Sushi over there, ממש it's water, so nobody lives.
זה גם ממש אובר.
לא, אבל יש לך את הביץ', יש לך
הבריד
people
שמשלמים
around there.
No, Rabbi, past it.
כן. אלה שלא עם סנפס. So,
איפה זה של שלומי? נכון? החתונה של שלומי?
יפה.
אתה עובר את הגשר, נכון?
You're driving
ואיך
west? No, you're driving east. I'm talking about
we're
driving
going to Surfside.
north.
I caught what you're saying.
By driving
By Hollover, you're going Hollover to Surfside
כן,
Bridge.
going-
אין שם
של
בבתים.
שלומי זה פה, המלון של שלומי.
אין לי את זה מסודר, אז לא
אז
נורא.
אני כן, because I used to get skateboard really good stuff, so that's where I used to go. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 hotels, whatever, and then there's the bridge.
I think if he saw it, he would agree with you. He just doesn't have the
Bridge?
Yeah, something is missing in my
Rabbi,
head. Very
I just-
over there. I didn't use the
I just
skateboard.
want to confirm real quick.
I just want to finish. I want to finish that. If you have the tchum. So anything, not allowed to bring anything out of the tchum on Shabbat from you. If anything comes, tchum is the territory of Shabbat. So not the eruv. Any area of Shabbat, if you go abroad on Shabbat from outside of the tchum, you're not allowed to use it. Over there we go. The majority are goyim, and the goy brought it for you out of the tchum. It's fine. So even in Lakewood, because the all tchum goes by the old cities around. This is what the tchum. If the majority of the whole area are goyim, then it's not only for you.
So if Lakewood was an island, it wouldn't work.
That would be a problem.
So,
yeah.
I
50-50.
I just have something.
Wait, so
50-50 it's a problem.
אז
It's
למה-
51.
אז למה-
Very good Gemara asked.
אז למה when the package came, she was allowed to? Why?
No, because it didn't come out of the tchum. It
Came from-
Let's say it came from New
Yeah, we
York.
get to
Who
open the
cares?
No, it
package.
came from here.
What's the problem with Pagod on Shabbat?
I don't know. Is there a problem with it?
No, usually it
If you
reaches.
open, this
Usually it reaches like a UPS center here the day
Right.
before, so on Friday morning, and then on Shabbat or something.
Yeah, out of the tchum, but majority are going, so it's fine. So when you have a delivery, I had, Margaliot, they had, the father sent them from Israel, lulav and etrog. And it was Shabbat, and then the next day Chag. I think that this year was it? Yeah. So they're waiting for etrog, and it arrived on Shabbat.
It's muktzah.
Yeah, but on Sunday they can use it.
Sunday.
Even though they received it on Shabbat. So they get it on Shabbat, and the next Sunday they go to Shabbat.
No, it's not because you paid them, you paid Amazon, that's it, you paid them, it's up to them what they do now. Even though it says
No.
Shabbat, no Shabbat.
But tchum doesn't help. Outside of the tchum, if goy brought for you outside of the tchum, it's a problem. Unless majority are going.
אני מדבר על אמזון עכשיו.
Then it's not a problem.
Yeah, no,
Then it's not a problem.
It's
with
not a
majority.
problem, yeah. But
So it
majority
shouldn't
are
be an
going.
issue in Surfside either because majority are still going.
No, it's
No.
not an issue, you're right.
Okay. So
I brought an example of a tchum because it's very, our tchum here is very big because as long as you have houses, you still can carry the tchum. So that's why I brought that
אז
example
איפה
where
אמרת
the bridge.
שגורם על הספסייד?
מה?
The bridge to Mary Beach, כאילו?
that's what I said.
No,
He's
no,
just brought an
no,
example.
no,
It doesn't
no.
actually apply.
Maybe we'll bring them up later over here.
לא, כי אני שואל איפה...
But an area where you have no houses.
I just want to tell you something.
No?
If you take him
You have two scenarios. One city has a post office, one doesn't have one. The one that doesn't have a post office, if you didn't pay him, he can't go. If you paid him, he can go, even though there's no post office.
Why?
What makes it about the money that you pay him that makes him allowed to go?
He's on his own, he's not on you. So Rashi said over here,
We
Katzad.
last session, so he's still allowed to come disturb the show. You know,
He's not working
Yeah.
for you.
אז עזוב אותי מהשאלות שלך.
מכיוון דקונטס לו דמים בדידי תרח, he bothers on his own, it's not for you. He's on his own, so you're not involved in what he's doing. If he is on you, you're responsible for what he's doing.
But you paid him anyways, it's for you, even though you paid
Yeah,
him.
No, but you paid, you prefer not to do it. Because you paid, he had no choice. Versus if you didn't pay, doing this is in a favor for you.
Okay.
Rabbi, can you open up letters also on Shabbat and everything? Like if you get mail?
Only good letters. Seriously. Yeah, a letter you see, your mom, we have no letters really. But my father told me, you in yeshiva, I used to call for my father here. He said, I when I was 14 to Exleba. Exleba, it's a city in France, from Morocco. He said, 2.5 years. He said, I used to get a letter every 3 months from my mother. Going to the restroom, reading it and crying and crying and crying, and then you wait another 3 months. He said, once I understood from a letter that my father's supposed to be in a city in Paris or somewhere. He said, for 24 hours I hitched rides and I was waiting by the train over there and they didn't show up.
Oh my God.
So, those letters has meaning. So it said, if you see a letter that, if you see an IRS, don't open up Shabbat with the tsar, it's paying on Shabbat.
Sometimes you get money back.
Huh?
Sometimes you get money back.
Amen.
I got it.
I tell you what, the letters of the notice and money is 2 different letters.
Yeah?
Yeah, the money has a different color. I used to get it years ago. Unfortunately, I don't get it. But Shabbat. The letter is not it's a cave. You need to pay this, you need to pay that tzar on Shabbat. But any letter that makes you happy on Shabbat, you're allowed to open. You see your friend send you a letter, invitation
So
for a wedding.
packages you're allowed to open.
Yeah, that makes you happy.
Packages
That's
like,
what Amazon even said it. Happiness, something on the truck it says.
Be
The
happy.
logo,
The
Amazon.
logo, yeah, it's a smile.
Smile, it has
The A to Z has an arrow.
לא, יש happy. Yeah, this product might cost happiness.
Yes,
Yeah,
in the
but-
back of the
On
truck.
the back of the truck, yeah.
Rabbi orders some
Product
nose.
might cost happiness. מה, אני רואה מה, אני לא חמור.
Rabbi, you should at least buy stock in Amazon. That way, you're getting cash back from all your orders.
Happiness when I make money, not when I spend money on Amazon. So getting it back so on Amazon makes people usually happy. And therefore, you're allowed to open it on Shabbat, as long as the items are okay for Shabbat.
Interesting. I always thought it was a sur meal.
Yeah, people think it's fine, it's okay.
אז מותר להכניס פאקג'ס לתוך הבית? מותר להכניס פאקג'ס לתוך הבית של UPS, אמזון?
And she
I
really
thought it was.
קיקתם.
No kick the Amazon guy.
לא, לא,
כן, אבל
קופסאות אפשר
And
רגע.
you can open.
But there's
You can
certain
open, you can do.
כל הזמן חשבתי שהמוק
Ah, you can open it like a pussy.
there's certain boxes you're not allowed to open on Shabbat. There's things you're not allowed to do on Shabbat when it comes to opening, like
tearing?
perforated or tearing. Or,
Did you eat bisli on Shabbat?
that's that, yes. But Rabbi, I was always told that there's certain boxes that you have to be careful how you open it.
Types of boxes?
Yeah, like just
Then obviously
some,
It made me feel so
something about that.
סליחה, you want to get into the shoes, you gotta open the bag.
Okay, listen, if I can open any box, no problem. It saves me.
רוצה לאכול את הביצה, לשמור את
Yeah,
הקליפה.
הרב
Oh,
אמר.
Rabbi, you know how much I waited for something? It was there sitting on Shabbat. I'm like,
That's
oh,
right. I've grown up like that my whole life.
האמת, אני אגיד לך.
You should wait.
I do want to say.
Oh no.
No. I spoke halacha, okay?
Oh.
Now, I'm telling my kids, when Amazon box on Shabbat, we don't look at it. Because mentally, you don't invite into boxes and deliver it
this
in them
is
over.
באמצע חול.
Again, that's not halacha.
הלכה,
I want to
זה בחול
distinguish.
וזה שבת.
That's my personal approach, but I can't tell you.
מחמיר.
Yeah, it's not even chumra, it's common
It's just
sense.
לא שייך.
פסניש,
נינשהי.
כן, לא, כן, זה פסניש בשבת, בקסס או אמזון. That was it, it's very important,
You
like,
could, like your daughter.
yeah, the shoes, she was waiting the old Shabbat and she had to go to Shabbat morning וזה, הדיל ויעבור, but in general, keep it outside. תנו רבונון.
So happy when they came.
Yeah, you know what's the problem? The whole Shabbat she was checking Amazon,
Yes.
חרם, אתה מבין? תנו רבונון. אמן, סבבה. תנו רבונון, אין מפליגים בספינה, you're not allowed to sail a boat, פחות מגימל ימים קודם לשבת. Less than 3 days before Shabbat, you're not allowed to sail a boat. במה דבורים אמור? Yeah, to go on a boat, sail.
Oh, sail.
I
heard sail a boat.
I did say that. You're not allowed to sail a boat and less than 3 days before Shabbat. Lama, when you go on a boat, your kishke, you know what kishke means?
Yes.
Your kishke mixed up on a boat.
Chulent.
Yeah, you become chulent. So therefore, you need 3 days to relax. So if you travel,
Oh, you have pills now, you said.
I have an implant that they need to put in my mouth. And they scheduled me for Thursday. I said, no, only Mondays. He said, why?
You don't want to suffer on Shabbat.
Shabbat, haram, you don't want to suffer on Shabbat. Same thing, eating cholent, you know.
Only Mondays.
Yeah. So,
Rabbis
same
only
thing.
go to the dentist on Mondays.
No, stamp dentist is the but this hell, it's so same thing, you don't go on a boat before Shabbat right away because you're going to be vomiting and you're not going to enjoy Shabbat. 3 days you can relax.
I am a jet ski.
Today, ג'טקי בסדר, אליהו. באמת דברים אמורים לדבר הרשות. It's not allowed for something personal, you want to go on vacation on a cruise. אבל לדבר מצווה, שפר דם. If it's for mitzvah, it's fine. By the way, we said yesterday that today, to collect money for yeshiva, that mitzvah. Assuming you don't take big percentage to your pocket, then it's okay. לא מצווה, יש לך עכשיו, צריך לחתן מישהו ברית, whatever, you're allowed to go on a boat even before Shabbat. But today we have pills. Vomiting pills, therefore it's okay even on Friday to go on a cruise. And that's a minhag. And the minhag of Am Yisrael to go on a Friday, so they can travel during Shabbat and you save time. הוא פוסק עמו על מנת לשבות ואינו שבת. So according to דברי רבי, according to Rabbi, he needs to...
You can't get off, Rabbi, right?
What?
You can get off, you can't get off on Shabbat, נכון?
Right. So he needs,
הוא לא צריך מישהו.
yeah, בתחום מישהו.
Oh, is that what it is? It's tchum?
It's because of the tchum.
Well, you're like
In
the
the
package.
tchum of
You're the
the
package.
Huh?
You're the package that's leaving.
No.
Instead of leaving. Like, what?
No, because if you
התחום זה
are,
הבוט עכשיו?
you yourself not allowed to walk out of the, not only package not allowed to walk out of the tchum, you yourself, you're not allowed to walk more than
Yeah, you
2,000
can't.
ama, about 2 miles out
Can't
of the
leave
tchum.
the city, yeah.
למה? הסירה זה תחום בפני עצמה?
Even if you're not carrying anything.
סירה זה רשות בפני עצמה.
That's what
Even
I'm
if
saying.
you're not
המים
carrying
זה
anything.
מקום טוב.
כרמלית, לא, אז לכן, איפה שהוא מגיע, מפה מתחיל התחום.
חזרנו לכאן.
מאיפה שהוא מגיע, כי גם אני
מאיפה
אמרתי את
שהוא
זה,
נוחת,
נתנו
מתחיל
אותי
לתחום.
בשבוע בבית כנסת, בתחום
היא
ההלכותי.
נמצאת במקום
I don't
טוב
like the
במשך
answer.
הנסיעה.
יפה.
בשנייה שהוא מגיע,
אוקיי.
אז זה נהפך
That's the right.
אז זה נהפך לרשות בפני עצמה, ומשם יש לך תחום של 2,000 אמה.
But you realize that when you're on
So
the.
you're bribing someone for their more.
לא זז.
Oh, don't worry, I
עכשיו
paid you.
מפה
Go
לקיווסט.
disturb the shul.
כן.
היא עוגנת בקיווסט,
Don't worry.
He did it on
מהסירה
himself.
לקיווסט,
That doesn't
שם
sound
מסתובב
right.
שם. למה יהיה אסור? אני
לא,
גם
לא, לא,
חשבתי,
לא,
והם תקנו
יכול
אותי.
להיות שאני טועה, I think maybe it's מותר only the תחום.
The תחום where
Only
the
within
boat
the
stops.
Technically, the boat is outside of the tchum. Technically, the
No.
boat is moving constantly. You're out of the tchum on the boat.
Right, so as soon as you arrive on Shabbat, that's where your תחום is. From there you have 2,000 אמה. But again, I'm not 100% sure, you don't just...
אני גם חשבתי כמוך.
I'll check it and I'll let you know.
חבר'ה, והראו לי
כן?
שאני טועה.
Okay, I'll look into it and let you know. בבקשה.
Curious,
Because we want to go on cruise ships after Amud.
Don't forget me.
I want to
הוא פוסק עמו...
We take you with. We
Ah,
do there.
okay.
Yeah, Rabbi, let's go cruise. Hashem cruise.
Okay, all of the shatnez here on this cruise.
אחותי
A kosher one.
Okay,
A
kosher
kosher one.
one, kosher shatnez, that's the worst. You think it's
פספסה את
kosher.
החזרה לסירה, אתה אומר, אחותי פספסה. הייתה בקרוז.
קמב"ק?
כן. שומעת את הטו-טו, לא יחסה הזה. והיא רואה את הסרט מפליגה.
הם לא חזר לה.
התחילו לבכות, מה נעשה?
חזרו, they went back?
מה פתאום?
איפה?
לקחו אותם עם
מטוס?
עם סירה כזאת.
To the boat?
חבלים, כן.
No
No
way.
way, what?
כל הדרכון שלהם, הכל היה שם בסירה.
No way.
אמרתי,
I didn't even get like.
זה הישראלי, this is Israeli, זה יהיה בסדר, יהיה.
זה לא שלנו. Everyone get back on board. זה לא שלנו.
כן, כן, אתה רוצה, הוא פוסק עמו. אז you have to do חזרה on the
Yes, the
story.
longest chazara we're saying in half an hour.
הוא פוסק עמו על מנת לשבות. הוא supposed to do two עמודים today. I guess I have to forgive this dream. הוא פוסק עמו על מנת לשבות ואינו שובת דברי רבי. He needs to set with him to agree with the, איך אומרים רב החובל, captain, to stop on Shabbat, and even if he doesn't stop on Shabbat, it's fine. רבי שמעון גמליאל אומר, אינו צריך, he doesn't need to agree with him to stop on Shabbat, it's okay if they're riding on Shabbat. So all this prohibition of going on a boat on let's say 3 days before Shabbat on a long distance. אבל מצור לצידן, it's very close place, but they travel by sea, by water. אפילו בערב שבת, מותר. אם ערב שבת, it will be מותר. תנו רבנון. אין צרים על העיירות של נוכרי, you know, surround the Goyish cities to wage a war. פחות מגיעים לימים קודש שבת, less than 3 days before שבת. but ואם התחילו, if they started, אין מפסיקים, you don't
Finish the
stop.
job.
Yeah, get the job done. וכן היה שמאי אומר, עד ריתה אפילו בשבת. Till go down even on שבת. אומר שלום גמליאל. נוהגים היו, they said in the Mishnah, the custom of house of Gamliel is not to give a laundry. They hold like Bet Shammai, that you give laundry on Friday only if he has the time to finish it before Shabbat. See, color clothes, but white clothing that takes longer to process, they has to be מחמיר 3 days. תני אמר רבי צדוק, כך היה מנהגו של בית רבן גמליאל. That was the custom of the house of גמליאל, שהיו נותנים כלי לבן, לכובס, he used to give a white garment to the laundryman, ג' ימים קודם לשבת, 3 days before שבת. וצבועים and color garments אפילו בערב שבת, even on Friday. ומדבריהם למדנו, we learn from the words, שהלבנים, the white ones, קשים לקבסן יותר מן הצבועים. White garments, it's much harder to dry clean more than color garments. The Gemara give a story, אביי להוא מנה דצביה לקצרה. He gave a color garment to the laundryman to do laundry. אמר לי, כמה בית הוא לא יהיה? How much you want to charge me for it? אמר לי, כדחיבה, don't worry, I'm going to charge you same price as the white one. אמר לי, נעל הבוק, כבר קדמו רבנן. חכמים already taught us that white is harder, so don't give me the same price. אומר אביי, היימן, דייב מנה לקצה, they want to give a garment to a laundryman, במשך נתיבלה, when before you give it to him, you need to measure it, ובמשך נשכו מיני, you need to re-measure it after when you receive it back from him. Why? The tafe, if you see that it's bigger, that means after they stretch it out too much, if suddenly it's bigger. והיא דמתחי, stretch it, והיא בצר, if it's small, then what he gave, after that he lost the money because the calf, he shrinked it, and therefore, you should give it to him when you measure it, do it right. I happen to see that in Israel, whenever I give my money to dry clean, it comes smaller, it comes different type. You give 4, you're getting 5 or 3, הכל שמה זה.
אני קיבלתי לוגסי אחר,
זה
6 שבתות קיבלתי לוגסי אחר.
different Lugasi. Yeah, the right names in Israel.
Yo, that got me, because I don't know where this ugly shirt. It's like color, you know what I mean?
Okay.